Good morning, Mani. Today I have a kind of query. I want to get the answer from you that how to tackle that kind of answer. Situation happens differently in every time, but the people fails to react with that kinds of situations. We know it's true that we are well-educated people. It's not that we are ignorant. We are well-educated people, but at the time occurrence of incidents, we can't able to react in a proper way. That's why we suffer a lot for our deeds. Now the question being is that whenever you are just going to handle or cope with that kinds of audience who is very much uh, frank, friendly with you, it's quite easy to handle the particular persons or the audience because they are interested to hear the words. But when it will be kind of factor for you to cope with that contrasted audience or the hostile people, the people who are not interested to hear your words, that are called contrasted or antagonist spectators or the audience. So it's very much difficulties, enormous difficult to lead with those kinds of people. So if you are being told to handle the contrasted audience, will it be possible for you? And what are, if possible, what are the secret tips for for handling or coping with that kinds of contrasted audience? Because nobody is interested to hear that kinds of words who is your enemy or who is having some hostile attitude with you. That's why that's my query. Could you able to follow to me that particular kind of question?
Yes, sir.
Go on, speak.
Sir, first of all, there are two types of person. Like one of the person who is want to hear me, and one of the person who don't want to hear me.
Doesn't want.
Doesn't want to hear me. So, according to me, the person who don't want to doesn't want to hear me, she or he can leave that time interval when I will speak, because the person who want to hear me can't suffer for the person who don't want doesn't want to hear me. So I will the person who want to hear me, I will definitely I will say the words to that person. And if anyone is not interested to hear, so they can leave that time.
Do you have not any kinds of plan to cope with those kinds of contrasted people who are not willing to hear your words? It's very easy to convince the people who are very frank and favored with you, friendly with you, frank with you, friendly with you, who are interested to hear words with you. But would you not have any kinds of plan of words or design of the feelings in your mind to convince the people who are having the hostile attitudes with you?
If anyone do bad behavior with me, I will return that to that person. And I am not that kind of person who will always do the bad behavior with another persons. The person who don't want to listen to me, they can leave. I don't have any problem.
That's not the. Yes, you have already explained your view from point of view, but actually listen my suggestion, my suggested tips for those kinds of handling that kinds of issues that you think. You have to prepare your mindset in such a kind of way thinking that maybe if you always think that I'm just going to come here to mitigate the problems of the contrasted audience or contrasted people, the people who are having grievance against me or our company or maybe our any of the institutions. So as a mouthpiece of that particular institutions, you are just going to convince with a repeated way of explanation. You are just going to convince, keeping your head calm and cool, and with lots of your conveniencing words and lots of way of explanations, whatever possible. But it's true that you are not lying. With keeping immense patience, you are going to handle and mitigate the problems of the the persons who are not interested to hear your words. So in that way, minimum you have to keep it some patience with accuracy and truth, saying not convincing any kinds of false words, and try to mitigate the problems. You need to have an enormous efforts about that. One time you may get negations from that particular kinds of persons. After 3, 4, 5 times also, if you do have the ability to hold your patience for a long period of time, one day you could be able to convince that kinds of customers, and that's why it would be a kind of very positive issue to trigger your to the growth of the company benefits, company's benefit or your individual own benefit. That's why it is advised not to lose the patience in any of the situations, and not to you have to control your anger or everything. Anger is the worst way of getting what you want. If somebody questions to you, why do you feel angry? Anger is the worst way of getting what you want. So that's why you have to prepare your mind in such a kind of way that you are very much ready or pugnacious enough to mitigate the problem of the people who are not able to hear your words. If possible, if you could able to make such a kind of personality, so handling that people who are very much frank and friendly with you, not any matter for you. Thanks a lot.